Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekly reading for December 25th through the 31st, 2023. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle here for Capricorn. Let's see what's going on. So Capricorn, what we have is the healing light and we have your higher self, right? And so this may be about you really looking at yourself. This is an energy of realizing some stuff. This week may highlight some things or shed light on some things that you may not be, usually weren't so comfortable with confronting or facing. And a lot of this is about, well, I wouldn't say imaginary scenarios, but a lot of these things, it seems like that it's like, I can't say it's figments of your imagination, but I can. Seven of Cups is basically that. There's so many different options. And so you may be realizing that as things come in or as things come up, it throws you off balance. Like, you know what I mean? You already had your thing going. You were already stable. And now something else has come in. And now that throws you off, right? So the healing light is Seven of Cups, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Chariot. A lot of you may be led by your fantasy world, in a sense, right? In your mind, you're led by that the way you hoped something would go. That's what this is saying, basically, right? It's usually, this is about, if you're healing light, this is a dark wound. It's something that's hidden, something that maybe other people are not really aware of about you. Maybe even sometimes you're like you push that away. You might be highly idealistic as a person, and you never really share that. That's something you want to hide because you want to be more practical or show yourself to be more practical. You may not feel like your visionary skills are important, right? There's a lot of, these are good things that you're hiding. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Although that's for you, it may be a wound. So for a lot of you, this is looking like family may have immediately either shown anger whenever you were coming up with like some theory or something here, and it's driven you to hide this. Like, I'm not idealistic. I'm not utopian. I'm not the type of person who imagines their world and in full color. Like, I don't do that. I act and I produce and I work. And so there's something here about a rich inner life that you hide, and it's full of a lot of excitement. It seems like there's also some things that you hide about being impulsive, wanting to have fun. It also too, there's some elements of anger. And so I'm going to leave that there. And your higher self is saying Nine of Wands with the Magician, and that's talking about you being wounded. So that's where I was coming from, where it looks like somebody may have told you as a child, or with Chariot is usually family driven things. Like, this is your lineage, or what drives people mostly is what the environment they grew up in when as a child. So that would be typically your family unit, right? And so that's the core of what drives us typically. And if the Knight of Wands is here, this would be child. This would be teenage years, child. You were young and you were led in some way or driven with some, with the core of you. It's like, well, everybody, this is where I come from and this is what I want to do. But a lot of this seems to be like woundings. Like, maybe they said something to you about, like, that's too out there. That's too impractical or something here. And your higher self believes in magic. It believes in fantasy. It believes in unicorns. And I'm not joking. I'm not making a joke about this. There's something about this energy of you saying, I believe in miracles. I believe in something bigger and richer than the 3D world and just what you can touch, taste, and sense, the senses and such. Not the clairvoyant or clairaudient or clair senses, but the regular everyday body, touch, taste, feel, all that stuff. Your higher self wants to keep pushing to see. It's almost like your higher self is wanting you to be empowered regardless, and to keep pushing in this direction of trying to make your wishes come true and fantasies real. So we have Ascendant Masters here with the Lovers and Queen of Pentacles. So like by the middle of the week, we're talking Wednesday, Thursday, you are choosing to nurture. You're in this place of like, I'm a nurturer, and that's what I do, and that's who I am. So like Wednesday, Thursday, there's an energy of being very, I want to say generous, but very down to earth about like your natural choices, like where your natural inclinations, and you being that way with other people as well. I think that something unlocks in you. Something happens. I don't know if it's a conversation or where the conversation leads. Not necessarily how it starts, which is this energy, but where the conversation leads. It opens you back up to the way that you used to be in a sense. And it's like now you're more nurturing, you're more open, you're more open, healthy connections with people by Wednesday, Thursday, and just kind of like accepting and down to earth about the core of a person, where they're coming from. You know, if I see Queen of Cups, I'm just gonna say, well, I see five. Listen, this is beautiful too. So by the weekend, you're talking about teacher with the Five of Cups, death. This is an energy of a person who has taught you a great deal about hope after disappointment or feeling embarrassed, or because I'm seeing a Capricorn who was embarrassed, or like I'm talking about a verb against you, like someone embarrassed you, someone made you feel bad about being more idealistic, visionary ish, like you may be a very spiritual individual, and everyone was kind of like, you're a Capricorn, go work, and so this is about someone teaching you that after being in this place as well, like someone was in that same spot, they had a lot of shame or sadness or regrets or guilt, and they flipped that upside down. They're like, yeah, that may be what my story was, but my story is hope in the future, because if there's anything with death and Five of Cups, that means there's hope after some of this. Like the three cups spilled, but there's still two cups here. There's still hope, right? You're still aligned to where you're supposed to be. Like, what's for you is for you. It will never pass you by. And this person has taught you that. Like, if that's part of who you are, it didn't go anywhere just because you chose a different path. You still can get right back on that horse and ride it. The horse still got, you can still go. It still has fire, flame in its footsteps. You know what I mean? It's a very beautiful energy here. So this week is all about you recapturing that inner glow. It truly is. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, an Aries, Scorpio, and we have Gemini. We also have another Capricorn or Virgo, Taurus. We also have Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. You could be dealing with a Gemini Cancer cusp, Cancer Leo cusp, Leo Virgo cusp, right? And we also have Aries Taurus, Scorpio Sagittarius as well. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.